Children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So I think we can continue with what we are discussing in the previous session. In the previous session, we are discussing about how to convert this line, general form of a line, into normal form. Okay, how to convert the standard form of a line equation. Equation of a line in standard form is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Linear equation is the standard form. And what is the normal form? What about the normal form? Aryan, it's the normal form of the line. Equation of the line in normal form. Yes, what is the equation of the line in normal form? Rijas, equation of a line in normal form.
X cos omega plus y sin omega is equal to p.
X cos omega plus y sin omega is equal to p, where p is the length of the perpendicular from the origin to the plane. P is the length of the perpendicular from the origin to the plane. Okay, now write this question. convert the given equation in normal form. In normal form, x minus y is equal to 4. X minus y is equal to 4. Just recall the steps. What are the steps we wrote in the previous question? First step is you take the constant term to other side, isn't it? When you take the constant term to other side, if it is negative, we should make it as positive. Now look at here, already the constant term is on the other side, but it is not negative, it is positive, isn't it? The next step, you compare it with the standard form, ax plus by plus c is 0. And what is a and what is b? A is 1, b is minus 1. So next step is divide each term by root of a square plus b square. Divide each term by root of a square plus b square. So when you divide it, it is root of 1 square plus minus 1 square, which is root 2. So you'll get 1 by root 2x minus 1 by root 2y is equal to 4 by root 2. Divide each term by root of a square plus b square. So what 4 by root 2 means, we can write this as 2 root 2, isn't it? Now compare it with the form x cos omega plus y sin omega is equal to p. X cos omega plus y sin omega is equal to p. So when you compare it, what is cos omega? Cos omega is 1 by root 2. What is sin omega? Is minus 1 by root 2. And what is p? 2 root 2. From here, can you find out what is omega? Cos omega is 1 by root 2. Sin omega is minus 1 by root 2. Cos is positive. Sin is negative. Cos is positive and sin is negative. So in which quadrant you will get?
Fourth quadrant.
It is in the fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, the angle takes the form so it takes the form 2 pi minus theta, isn't it? Here it is theta, pi minus theta, pi plus theta. The next is 2 pi minus theta. So here it is 2 pi minus pi by 4, isn't it? Is it correct? Pi by 4, 45. So it is 2 pi minus pi by 4. So which is same as 7 pi by 4. So what is the normal form? We can write this as x cos 7 pi by 4 plus y sin 7 pi by 4 equal to 2 root 2. X cos 7 pi by 4 plus y sin 7 pi by 4 is equal to 2 root 2. Okay. Is it okay, children? How to convert equation, standard equation of line or general form of a line to normal form? Write the next one. Reduce the equation in normal form. Reduce the equation in normal form. Under that, write the question. Root 3x plus y minus 8 is equal to 0. Root 3x plus y minus 8 is equal to 0. Can you give the steps? Children, the next chapter, in the next class, next day we'll be starting with linear inequalities. You need graph paper. Those who have graph paper and all, keep it ready. We'll be solving it in graph paper. You need graph paper for solving that. Yes, what is the answer, children? What is the equation of the line in normal form? What is the equation of the line in normal form? Yes, equation of the line in normal form is Gauri.
X cos pi by 6 plus y sin pi by 6 is equal to 4.
Y sin pi by 6 is equal to 4. Is it correct? Is it correct, Aditya?
Yes,
Is it?
ma'am.
Yes. Okay, children, is it okay? So, we are using trigonometric functions. We are using trigonometric functions whenever some line is given in general form. We are converting that into normal form. So in normal form and all, to find the angles, we are using the functions what you have learned now. Okay, principal values we are using. Next thing is in derivatives. In derivatives, limits and derivatives. Small section is left out. Okay, write on. Write the heading. Limits of trigonometric functions. Limits of trigonometric functions. Limits of trigonometric functions. So in limits of trigonometric functions, we are going to learn 4 formulas. Okay. In limits, are you able to recall limits? Okay, let's do one problem and then find. What is evaluate limit x tending to 1, 4x plus 1. What is the answer? Limit x tending to 1, 4x plus 1. How to do this?
5.
5. Okay, just substitute for x. If you are getting infinity and all, we should avoid it. Okay, what is this one? Evaluate limit x tending to 1, 4x square minus 1 by 2x minus 1. Limit x tending to 1 by 2. So, how will you evaluate this? Limit x tending to 1 by 2, 4x square minus 1 by 2x minus 1. How to do this? Limit. When you put x is 1 by 2, the denominator will become 0. Numerator also will become 0. So it becomes a form 0 by 0, isn't it? It takes the form 0 by 0. So at 0 by 0, indeterminate form is to be avoided. Then we have to use some identity accordingly. So we can write this as limit x tending to 1 by 2, 4x square minus 1. We can write this as a square minus b square by 2x minus 1. What is a square minus b square? What is a square minus b square? How will you write this? A plus b into a minus b by 2x minus 1. So this 2 will get cancelled. Now in the place of x, you put 1 by 2. So 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1. So the answer is 2. Is that no? Whether we have learned this method and all? Huh? Start revising. Limits and derivatives is a very important chapter. Okay? Next year we want all the things what you have learned here. In 12th standard, we need all the things what you are learning in limits and derivatives. Be thorough. That finding the derivatives and all. So this is limit of some rational functions. Okay, just I am giving some 1 or 2 questions to recall how to find the limits. Now we are going to learn how to find the limit of trigonometric functions. Limit of trigonometric functions. So in limits of trigonometric functions, see children, we will be learning some formulas. Okay, write the formula. The first one is very important formula. Limit theta tending to 0, sine theta by theta is 1. Limit theta tending to 0, sine theta by theta. Listen here. What is the angle of sine? The same thing only you will get in the denominator. Argument of sine is same as the denominator. And the same thing tends to 0. We can write sine theta by theta is 1. Second one, limit theta tending to 0 of cos theta. What is cos 0? When you put theta is 0, what is cos 0? It is 1. Limit theta tending to 0 of cos theta is 1. Then third one, limit theta tending to 0, tan x by x is also 1. Limit theta tending to 0, tan x by x is 1. Next, fourth one, limit x tending to 0, 1 minus cos x by x. Limit x tending to 0, 1 minus cos x by x is 0. Limit x tending to 0, 1 minus cos x by x is 0. So these formulas, okay, the proof and all is not needed. Just learn the formula. So this fourth one, okay, I'll explain it how we are getting that one. We use trigonometric identities here. We'll be using trigonometric identity. Okay, now write the question. So we are going to prove this one. Evaluate limit x tending to 0, 1 minus cos x by x. 1 minus cos x by x. Evaluate limit x tending to 0, 1 minus cos x by x. So when you put x is 0, look at here, once you are asked to find limit, what you have to do in the place of x, you have to substitute this. So what is the value? You will get 1 minus cos 0 by 0. What is cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. So it is 1 minus 1. So it takes the form 0 by 0. It is to be avoided, isn't it? Now what to do? What we have learned in trigonometry. What is 1 minus cos 2 theta? What is 1 minus cos 2 theta? Aditya. What is 1 minus cos 2 theta? What is 1 plus cos 2 theta? Open your notebook, find out. Tell me. Okay, next class and all, no need of opening your notebook. You should get it from your mind. Be thorough with all the formulas. Achyut, what is 1 minus cos x? Or you start with the formula cos 2 theta.
Don't know, ma'am.
You give the formula for cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta. We have learned 3 formulas. What is cos 2 theta?
I think I forgot.
You open your notebook and give the formula. No problem. I'll wait. Open your notebook, find out the formula and tell me what is cos 2 theta. You have the notebook with you, isn't it? Are you there, Achyut?
Yeah. Ma'am,
Others?
tan 2a.
Tan 2a, cos 2 theta, cos 2a. Okay, cos 2a, we are learning 4 formulas.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Cos square a minus sin square a.
Cos square a minus sin square a.
2 cos square a minus 1.
2 cos square a minus 1.
1 minus 2 sin square a.
1 minus 2 sin square a.
1 minus tan square a divided by 1 plus tan square a.
1 minus tan square a by 1 plus tan square. Okay. So now let's start with cos 2 theta in terms of cos. What we have is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Isn't it? Suppose I take minus 1 to other side. So what you will get? So all these formulas we derived that day. That day itself I said it is very important and we will be using this repeatedly in integration and differentiation. So what is cos square theta? 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Similarly, what is 1 minus cos 2 theta? What is 1 minus cos 2 theta? Nandana?
2 cos square.
Minus. Whenever we have minus, it's 1 minus cos 2 theta.
Minus cos 2 theta.
What is cos 2 theta in terms of sign?
1 minus 2 sin square theta.
It is 1 minus 2 sine square theta. So if I bring it here, so 2 sine square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta. Is that no? So 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sine square theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. These two formulas are very important formula. Now look at here, we have 1 minus cos x. 1 minus cos 2 theta means we are writing 2 sines. If it is 2 theta, we are writing theta here. So here what you will write? With limit x tends to 0, 1 minus cos x means we can write this as 2 sine square x by 2 by x. Is that no? So which is same as limit x tending to 0, we can write this as sine square x by 2 by x by 2. This 2, we are taking it to the denominator. Okay? We are taking it to the denominator. Now, this one we can write this as limit x tending to 0. Sine square x by 2 means it is sine x by 2 into sine x by 2 by x by 2. Is that no? A square means we can write this as a into a. So sine square x by 2 means we can write this as sine x by 2 into sine x by 2. Now what about this one? Sine x by 2 by x by 2. So what is sine theta by theta? So 1 into sine 0 by 2. What is sine 0? It is sine 0 is 0. So this is how we are getting this answer. Limit theta tending to 0, sine theta by theta, that one will become 1 into the place of x. If I put 0, it is sine 0. Initially it is in the form 0 by 0 form. By simplifying, we are converting that into 0. By applying the identity, we are removing that indeterminate form. And we are getting the answer as 0. It is 0. Okay, so limit extending to 0, 1 minus cos x by x is 0.
Ma'am, can you play once more?
Listen, our aim is to evaluate limit extending to 0, 1 minus cos x by x. Evaluate the limit means what you have to do? In the place of x, we will substitute the value. When you substitute it here, what you will get? 1 minus cos 0 by 0. What is the value of cos 0? Is 1. So the numerator becomes 1 minus 1 by 0, which is same as 0 by 0. which is an indeterminate form. So it is to be avoided. For that, to avoid that indeterminate form, we are using the identity. Is there any identity? You check for some identity. We have the identity 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sine square theta. 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sine square theta. If it is 2 theta, here we are writing theta. So the same identity we are using here. What is 1 minus cos x? Half angle, we are writing half of it. So 2 sine square x by 2 by x. 2 is in the numerator. So the next step, we are taking it to the denominator. So sine square x by 2 by x by 2. It is in the third place. If you want, you can take it to the numerator. So which is same as a square means we can write this as a into a. So sine square x by 2, we are writing this as sine x by 2 into sine x by 2. With 1 x by 2, we are combining the by x by 2. So it takes the form limit theta tending to 0 sine theta by theta. So this one will become 1. 1 into here sine x by 2. But x is 0. When you put 0, it is sine 0 by 2. 0 by anything is 0. So you'll get sine 0. And what is the value of 0? Sine 0 is 0. Is it okay, Manuel?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, write the next question. Okay, now we are going to use the identities. We use the formulas. Limit theta tending to 0. Sine theta by theta is 1. That you are going to solve problems based on the trigonometric limits of trigonometric functions. Now write the question. Evaluate limit x tending to 0 sine 2x by 3x. Sine 2x by sine 2x by 3x. See what we know, limit x tending to 0, sine 2x by 2x is 1. What is in the angle? The same thing if it comes in the denominator, and if the limit is tending to 0, then we can write this as 1. But here, look at here we have 3, it is 2x, here it is 3x. So what we can do? 3 being constant, you can take outside, isn't it? So it is limit x tending to 0 sine 2x by, it's okay, 1 by 3 I am writing it. We are multiplying and dividing by 1, 2. Multiply and divide by 1, 2. Now, look at this function. Is it takes the form sine x by x, sine theta by theta. What is sine theta by theta? It is 1 into 2. So answer is 2 by 3. Is it okay, Emmanuel? Dia?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now write this question. Solve this one. Limit x tending to 0 sine ax by bx. Sine ax by bx. What is the answer, children? Limit x tending to 0 sine ax by bx. What you will do? Can you explain the steps? Atul, what you will do? How will you solve this? Sin
And
AX
we'll
by...
take 1 by b outside,
Then?
and then we'll multiply and divide by a.
We'll multiply and divide by A. B, you separate it. So you'll get in the form AX by X. Limit sin theta tending to 0. Sin theta by theta is 1. So we can write this as 1 by B into 1 into A. So it takes the form A by B. Naureen, is it okay, Naureen?
Yes, ma'am.
Write the next one. Evaluate limit extending to 0 sin 5x by sin 3x. Evaluate limit extending to 0 sin 5x by sin 3x. So how to do this? The same as limit extending to 0. Now listen, children. If it is sin 5x, we want, okay, 1 5x in the denominator. So in the numerator, multiply and divide by 1 5x. The same way, in the denominator, what you can do? Multiply and divide by 1 3x. Is it okay? Numerator, multiply and divide by 5x. Denominator, multiply and divide by 3x. So sin theta by theta, this one will become 1. Isn't it? Now look at here, before substituting the values, this x and x. X is in the numerator and x is in the denominator. These two will get cancelled. So you'll get 1 into 5 by 1 into 3. So answer is 5 by 3. It is 5 by 3. Is it okay, Gayatri?
Yes, ma'am.
Sania?
Yes, ma'am.
So now write this question. Evaluate limit extending to 0 sin 4x by sin 3x. Evaluate limit extending to 0 sin 4x by sin 3x. Evaluate limit extending to 0 sin 4x by sin 3x. What is your answer? I'll evaluate this. You can write this as sin 4x. So we want numerator multiply and divide by 1 4x. And denominator you multiply and divide by 1 3x. So this one will become 1. Okay, x will get cancelled. So 1 into 4 by 1 into 3. So the answer is 4 by 3. It is 4 by 3. Is it okay, children? Any doubt in that question? Is it okay, children? Is it okay? Previous
Yes,
one, is it
ma'am.
okay? Next one. Evaluate limit extending to 0, ax plus x cos x by b sin x. Ax plus x cos x by b sin x. So how to do this? If sin theta, if I put x is 0, look at here, when you put x is 0, it will become 0 plus 0 by sin 0. So again you are getting indeterminate form. It should be avoided. What you can do? Here, divide the numerator and denominator by x. Divide the numerator and denominator by x. So we can write this as limit extending to 0. The numerator, it will become a plus cos x by b sin x by x. Is that no? So now take the limit. When you take the limit, you will become a plus cos 0 by b into sin 0 by 0, sin theta by theta. It becomes 1. So it is a plus, what is cos 0? It is 1 by b. So it is a plus 1 by b. It is a plus 1 by b. Is it clear? Is it okay, children? Aditya, what you are doing here? Divide the numerator and denominator by x. So here it is ax by x. So x will get cancelled. Here also when you split it, if you want, you can write one more step. This can be written as ax by x plus x cos x by x by b sin x by x. So here x will get cancelled, a plus cos x by b sin x by x. So when x tends to 0, sin theta by theta is 1. So a plus cos 0 by b, so it is a plus 1 by b, which is the required answer. Okay? Is it clear, children? Okay? So in the next period, we will be learning more about this functions, and next class and all be ready with the graph paper. Okay? Okay, children. End the session now. Thank you.